All right, Ancient Totem, 0 mana, 0/3. It's a totem, obviously. That's an interesting card. I wonder how good that will actually be in the grand scope of just Shaman itself. This is probably not going to be played in almost every other deck. Maybe in like an aggro deck, you could probably see this. If there's like a really good like 1 mana buff card, I could see this. But for the most part, like this is a very, very interesting card. I wonder how good this is going to be. It's really tough to tell. Comparing this to like something like Murloc Tinyfin doesn't really do justice. But this is cool. It's an interesting card. Yeah, what the hell? Imposing Anubisath, 4 mana 7/7 taunt, can't attack. Wow, they're really just putting a 4 mana 7/7 just neutral. And there has been one before, but this one is way better because it actually has taunt. The other one has like can't attack unless it's like the only minion on board, so it makes it so much worse. This is a really cool card. There's actually a lot of really good synergy with Warlock for this. So Handlock might actually be a deck in this expansion, which is one of my favorite archetypes of all time. 4 mana 7/7 taunt. In Arena, I think this slaps ass. So that's pretty exciting. And I like slapping ass, so that's great. So I think this will be probably great. Drone Deconstructor, 1 mana 1/2 battlecry, get a 1/1 magnetic spark bot with random bonus effects. Okay, so the random bonus effects would be like Wind Fury, Rush, Lifesteal, all that stuff, right? Dude, that's a scary card, especially because this is a mech in itself. If you get a 1/1 magnetic mech with Wind Fury, that is actually the scariest card I think we've seen so far, potentially. Now, I don't know how many options there really are, but if it's anything like Adapt, I think there's like 7. That's a really scary card. Oh my god, I'm spooked. I'm straight spooked. This is gonna be a tilter. I can already tell. That's really, if mech decks are good, this is a straight tilter. This is a straight tilter. Trog Exile, 3 mana 4/4 rush, battlecry, deal 4 damage to your hero. What the hell? Okay, it's a card. Okay, yeah, it's a card. Relentless Warg, 3 mana 2/4. What's the difference between a Warg and a Worgen? Rush, after this attacks and kills a minion, restore this to full health. Wow, cool card. I'm sure it's a beast, but it's not the chat. For the record, guys, you guys need to relax. The chest is not for another 13 minutes. I started the stream early so I could talk about these cards. You guys gotta chill. I think this is good in Arena potentially, but other than that, I don't know if this is gonna see any play. It's a really cool effect though. There is probably some reality where like you play this card and it just constantly trades into minions, but I think that's way more of like an Arena card than it is a standard card. Tram. Operator, 5 mana 4/4 battlecry, draw a mech. The next mech you play costs 2 less, and it's a mech. Not a bad card, honestly. Could be so much worse. Five mana 4/4 draw a mech is probably okay, but the next mech you play costs 2 less is a very exciting thing. So I mean, sure. I have a feeling the mech decks will actually be pretty good based on what we've seen, because this isn't a horrible card. Serenite Tolvier, 4 mana 3/5 taunt. Whenever this is attack, draw a card. That's probably an Arena card. 4 mana 3/5 ain't gonna cut it. I guess it draws this. It's interesting that they made it a card like this though, but it's probably too weak. Potentially against some certain decks though. This gets you some fat value, so it's not horrible. Flame Revenant, 2 mana 2/3. After you summon an elemental, give it +1/+1, and it's an elemental. Have we seen enough elementals yet that this is actually worth talking about? I'm not sure. There is elementals already in standard, but I feel like this won't be that popular unless elementals are really, really good. So probably an Arena card, I think. Victorious Vrykul, I think that's how you say it. 1 mana 1/2 after this attacks, get a 2/3 Valkyr that costs 1. Is that good? You play this turn 1, it attacks, and it can get multiple value. Oh, that's really interesting. I could maybe see this. Maybe. Tough to. It's actually really good if it attacks twice though. It's a very scary. It might be played in aggro. Honestly, it might be played in aggro. I could see this card actually being played. It's a very spooky text. Ravenous Kraken, 3 mana 2/5 with the beast. Battlecry, destroy a friendly minion. Death Rattle, summon a copy of it. Oh, it's like Carnivia's Cube, but you don't get 2 copies of it, and it's 2 mana. Ooh. It's 2 mana cheaper. That's kind of spicy. That's a good card. That's actually sick. Sparkball, 1 mana 1/1 Magnetic Reborn. There was a card just like this that gave it Rush. Reborn's interesting. There's some really good death metal cards where this card actually might see play. It's not horrible. Not horrible. Man, I like the mech synergy in this expansion. Sparkbot, 1 mana 1/1 Magnetic Divine Shield. Oh, this is the what you can get off these. Oh, I see. I see. I was about to scroll through all of those. Okay. I understand now. I get it. I get it. I was gonna rate all of these cards like they're brand freaking new, man. Okay, overall though, this card's gas. Like, this card is actually very good. I expect this card to see play. Hear me out. Ravenous Kraken onto King Crush and Death Rattle triggers equals broken. I think this card just straight up is just very good. Carnivorous Cube was played in so many different decks. This card is really, really good. Like 3 mana 2/5 destroy minions on a copy of it. You're so happy with this card. It's fire. It's fire. This card has potential. I think it actually will be good. This card I don't see. This card, yeah, sure, I can see it. Honestly, this expansion is really interesting because most of the neutral cards are actually pretty great. I'm a huge fan of it. This expansion looks pretty good. I'm a little worried for mech decks overall, but I'm optimistic on this. I'm optimistic on this. This is good.